Um, Michael just exited the building. Fair play. Welcome, guys. Deadline day live. Deadline day live. Oh my god, deadline day. This is Christmas for football fans, right? Deadline day, whatever. Jim White, get out. Fabrizio Romano, get out. Who else is just relevant on deadline day? Dancarelli Palmieri, especially, get out. I'm blocking up Twitter,
these frauds, man. Don't even mention their names. So many frauds in this window.
Darren Lewis, Ornstein, Paul Joyce. Deliver me some good news, man. Please, just deliver me some good news. All of you, get out, and everyone, get in to the football carnage. Deadline day live. That's how you know I've been missing for a while. I've forgotten my words. But yeah, we're here. We're here just to take you through the last few hours of deadline day. I don't know how long this show is gonna go on. We're gonna see if the Enzo news breaks or not, because realistically, that's the talk. But yeah, joining me, I've got Bilal, the main man. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing all right. If you caught me yesterday, listen, yesterday my head was gone. My club, as you can see, is that our left? I don't know what it is. I don't know what lefts and rights are when I'm looking at the screen. But you see Jorginho there. When I first heard of that news, I was like, my club once again taking the easy option. But listen, it looks like we wanted to create some drama on deadline day. We gave Chelsea a bit of money. Listen, help them sign Enzo, which looks like it's going to happen now. And if it wasn't for Todd Boehly, I think this deadline day would have been quite boring, to be honest, right? So in that aspect, fair play to Todd Boehly. I know Omar, Nonur, you two are, down bad.
No. Don't include me in this. I'm now a football fan. I'm a Liverpool fan. The last few weeks, I've taken a step back. You know what? Liverpool Twitter is an absolute pit of toxicity, right? So I've decided I'm not tweeting about Liverpool anymore. I'm gonna tweet about football. I'm gonna tweet about the WWE. I'm gonna tweet about whatever I want to tweet about. But until everything just calms down, I'm good, man. No, you're the Liverpool fan today. I'm Jim White. I'm just gonna be here. I'm gonna be asking the questions, right? You're the Liverpool fan today, so if you want to direct the Liverpool questions to anyone, no.
Listen, I do say we will speak about Liverpool, but there's not much to speak about. So Noor, you can take it away and tell us what your thoughts are.
Listen. All I'm saying is I recommend all Liverpool fans take a 6-month sabbatical. Don't discuss nothing to do with football. Our team is not doing well on the pitch. Our club is not doing well off the pitch. I don't know. It's a mess right now. So everyone just take a sabbatical, enjoy the football, as said, and get your mental health correct.
Yes. Michael, you're happy because your club is doing what our club can't do, and that's sign a midfielder. You've got. I saw someone call him Owen Hargreaves today on Twitter. I don't know who it was.
That's too much, guys.
Owen Hargreaves was a baller. He came from Germany. Sabitzer could be a sneaky little signing that.
Yeah, I mean, I've had a whirlwind of emotions today. Woke up, saw Christian Eriksen out for 4 months. Panic stations hit in. I'm like, United can't find a midfielder. We can't find $10. So how are we gonna find a midfielder? Turns out there was Sabitzer's agent hit us up last night and said we want to come to Man United. We actually got the deal done. We did ask for Gravenberch first, but Brazo at Bayern Munich now want to give us Gravenberch, unfortunately, but it's okay. So Sabitzer, good signing, and then Carabao semi-final on. Bruno Guimaraes gets a red card. Apparently, if you get a red card in a Carabao semi-final, you are not suspended for the final. You're just suspended for Premier League games. The FA is making up their own rules right now. I don't understand.
Is that right?
Yeah, this is blasphemy to me. How can you get suspended? How can you get a red card in competition and not get suspended for the next game instead of competition?
That stinks of money.
This is asinine. And then Enzo Fernandez, who, if you guys all know me, I've been wanting Enzo Fernandez for a minute now. I've been tweeting about this guy since last February. But Todd Boehly, Rui Costa had an hour more to hold on. Just one more hour, he had to stay strong in Mal, and this guy didn't stay strong. Now this guy's going Chelsea. Malo Gusto first, and now Enzo.
Guys, before we go anywhere, I need a few things from you. Number one, you know what the deal is. There's 100 of you in here right now. Smash the like button, please. We want to bring I know Fabricio's got a stream. Nobody cares about that, right? This is where it's at, right? We've got the sources, we've got the intel. That guy's just gonna waffle, whatever he does, yeah. So smash that like button, share the stream, do all of that. Secondly, it's deadline day, and while we're going through deadline day, I just need you guys just drop into chat your favorite deadline day moments. I'm thinking Odin Wingy. I read a thread today. Apparently Benjani nearly missed his deal to City because he fell asleep at Heathrow or something. So Harry had to drive him up to City. And then just let us know how your club did in the transfer window. If you're a Liverpool fan, just write NA. It's unfair on Gakpo, but it is what it is. Enzo Fernandez. No. This was a man that was linked with us at the start of the window. We were like, okay, Gakpo's in. Another midfielder's coming in. But he looks Chelsea bound, man. He looks Chelsea bound.
Yeah, this was. I'm with Michael here. It's a little bit of a heartbreak. It's a player that I was looking at closely. He was linked with us, so then I did a proper analysis of him, and thought, yeah, it'll be a perfect, future replacement for Thiago. He's got the energy. He's got the fight. He's got the technical ability, and he's got a shot on him. And so seeing what Chelsea are doing right now is adding, it's adding to the anxiety and the depression that most Liverpool fans are feeling. We would have been like, maybe would have been happy with Gakpo signing at the end of the window. But yeah, Chelsea doing this madness upon madness, stealing Mudryk from under the noses of Arsenal. I have to mention that. So
we got the better player, man. I got Trossard. You've been seeing him.
Oh yeah, the better player.
Experience,
now,
not being charged by the FA, clean record. Listen, that guy is 2-footed. Listen, calm down. Trossard is that guy. Come on.
All right, he's drinking the Kool-Aid over there, but yeah, he's gonna be a top player. Sad that he's gone to Chelsea, but yeah, Chelsea's on a mad one. I don't know. I don't understand how they're doing all of this.
Chelsea have actually spent one in this transfer window since Boehly's come, because I can't lie.
It's close to 700 mil. That's all I know.
In like 2 windows, this is insane. Like they brought a whole new squad, and the thing is with Chelsea though, the one thing that they have, and we saw it today with Jorginho going to Arsenal, the bid that Newcastle put into for Gallagher. Other teams around Europe will still want to buy some of the players that they have. So that's the one thing they have in their advantage, that they can still recoup a lot of money. So even if it's a Mason Mount, for some reason they don't sign a new contract, there will be a team, maybe even a Liverpool, who will think, you know what, that's a good opportunity. Let me get Mason Mount in the team. So that's the one thing they have on their side. But yeah, the money they're spending, it's wild. And of course, they're spending it now because they know UEFA are coming for them. Right, so they have to get the deals done today, do it now, bring in Enzo. That's why they're sitting there for 12 hours, not saying no, like not taking no for an answer. When speaking to Benfica, they keep pressing the issue because they know if they let this Enzo deal go for another few months, one, they don't know what UEFA are going to be saying, and two, the other clubs in Europe, the Real Madrids, the Man Cities, the PSGs, I'm assuming they would have also had an interest in Enzo in the summer. But that's why also, despite knowing all of that, and I know the money and stuff like that, we say don't give them credit. One thing I will give them credit is that they're trying to be proactive, but 100% they're using loopholes. They're doing a lot of dodgy stuff. We understand how Chelsea are doing this. No other club really could be doing this in Europe. And so I think that explains how Liverpool fans and United fans, etc., all feeling. But if you're a Chelsea fan, you've got to be happy. You're getting all these sort of players. João Felix will probably find a way to sign him in the summer. And Kunku's coming in. Madueke, Mudryk, Badashile. They signed that Andre Santos kid, the Brazilian kid. The likes of Wesley Fofana was there last season. Well, in the summer, they signed him. Like, it's mad. And Gusto, another player. Like, I've probably forgotten 5 or 6 players already that they've probably signed. But yeah, it's been a mad window for them.
It's worth pulling up like their transfer business. If someone can pull up their transfer business, because I can't lie, he's been playing career mode and he's financial takeover one of the richest clubs in world football already. So I saw a conspiracy that Abramovich is actually financing it all from behind the scenes. So hey, we know how the corporate world works. Russian-US relations. As long as there's money involved, hey. So
the thing is, when Chelsea was under sanctions and obviously the government took the club, etc., Roman couldn't just like let Chelsea go and actually profit from it, right? So that debt that they had, he just had to clear it off of Chelsea, that 1.5 billion. I'm pretty sure because of what's happening with Man United, Michael obviously be able to tell me more with the Glazers and what they've done to Man United. There's a clause in there as well in that deal saying you can't do what you've done to Man United to Chelsea. You've got to actually make sure you invest, and that's why they've got this clean slate and they're willing to put in all this sorts of money into Chelsea Football Club. And listen, what's the expectation? I don't know if you're we're not Chelsea fans.
Quadruple next year,
you know
minimum. Minimum quadruple next year.
You should be in title races, looking to win Champions Leagues, looking to win. You spend more money than any other club in the country. You should be building a squad that should be the best in the country. So the expectation, the like, if you look at it like from a rational point of view, the expectation should be that they should be the best. Chelsea have done this since Abramovich has come over. They've spent the most money, but they can afford to spend until they get it right. And the amount of money they've actually wasted, right? Like these lot would be terrible recyclers because they can't like even back in the day when they were getting Shevchenko just like out of there and just saying, "Oh, you're dead for a season, whatever, go off." Torres here, you're dead. Let's get someone else in, whatever. Like they're just throwing money left, right, and center.
But that's why they've been the most successful club in the last 20 years. So you've got to say, I agree. Despite how ludicrous it might look to us on the outside, they've been winning trophies this whole time. Yes, in the last 7 years they haven't won a Premier League, right? And when you have a haphazard system the way Chelsea have had, it's hard to win league titles, but they've always been managed to do a little cup run. So I wouldn't even be surprised this year. I'm looking at the Champions League and I'm scared that they might win it. I'm scared in general that an English club's going to win the Premier League. I don't want an English club to win it.
Chelsea are the most unstable club, and they've actually thrived in that sort of chaos and instability through like Abramovich's just rash spending. So everyone's like, "Oh, how's Boehly going to do it?" Right? It looks like he's doing it from the same page, which I can't lie. Every club has a philosophy. Every club has an identity. Bro, if that's Chelsea's identity, run with it. If your identity is to spend money and just try and collect all the silverware, all the trophies, all the gold, then do it. So don't change that ideology because, look, they're going to keep on picking up trophies. I don't think they're going to be like a dominant force. I think like if any other team spent that much money, if a Liverpool or City spent that sort of money, then everyone would be like, oh, they should be the dominant force, especially City. So, yeah. So I just wanted to pull that up because Noah put it in the back. Chelsea can only put 3 players in their Champions League squad for the knockout stages. Felix, Mudryk, Madueke, Badiashile, Fofana, and Santos, and maybe Enzo. I assume if Enzo comes in, you probably put Enzo, Mudryk, and Felix.
Yeah, that's it. I'd imagine the other ones, Badiashile, fortunately for him, probably won't get registered. But yeah, you have to go with those 3. Those are the 3 biggest players they've signed, and they have to get them in. So yeah, I don't know. In that midfield now, is he a game changer for this season? Because who they got left in midfield? Gallagher, Mount, Kante. We don't know if he's even fit.
What happened with Gallagher to Everton?
He doesn't want to go to Everton.
Yeah, he said no. He said I'm good.
Ever down bad. We got some breaking news though. I guess is this breaking news? It is kind of breaking news, but
yeah, like 10 minutes ago announced officially.
Matt Doherty to Atletico Madrid. Simeone's trying to run back the Kieran Trippier signing by getting a right back from Tottenham. Michael, thoughts on this? Is he going to do well? Is he going to be bad? Is it just the most random signing?
You know the
ever?
meme when the meme when a polar bear ends up at Texas. That's what this transfer feels like to me. We're just mad dog. That's just a random mystery. I don't understand. I don't know who the right back is. To be fair, I think it's that Molina guy who won the World Cup. So it's a random signing. So I don't get it. But fair enough, man.
His contract got terminated.
Yeah. So that's the other interesting part about this. Yeah, he got contract termination. Of course, it's on Pedro Porro. Jed Spencer's gone out on loan to Rennes. So who they got left? Him, Emerson Royale. Man, Emerson Royale. Like I don't know. They always say in Tottenham, like from what I've heard, Like, he's a good character. They really like him. Like, he's a good person just to have around. So he's just stealing a career, it seems like, at Tottenham, and he's managed to sneak his way into being Conte's two of his right wing backs, right? So yeah, big him up, I guess. But Doherty, listen, if you get your contract terminated, right, and then, well, obviously by mutual agreement, but then you can go to you can go to Atletico Madrid. I think that's a great move for him. I know they're not in the Champions League right anymore, so that's gone. But next season, you never know what they could do if he gets to stay there. Trippier did it, came back to England, became a better right back than he was when he actually left. So yeah, it could be a good move for him.
Yeah, the thing is though, Trippier was playing like well. Obviously, like Simeone, he's probably just, I don't know. The guy's just seen a right.
No disrespect to Doherty.
He's just seen a right.
Yeah, like no disrespect to Doherty, but Trippier was actually like a good player, like a much better player, like in terms of that. So.
Yeah, no, I agree. I was gonna come to Noah because I haven't come to you for a bit, but I wanted to just talk to the other two about your signings, your deadline day signings first. Bilal, Jorginho. Has this just basically shown a shift in the way London works in the football world, with Arsenal now being the heavy hitters and taking their rivals' players? Or is it just Chelsea saw Jorginho and like, this guy is not good enough anymore, and Arsenal just snapped him up? And it might just be a deal that works for both parties. Do you think it's that sort of thing?
I don't think it's a deal where it's like shows anything. I think all it shows is that Arsenal were not going to sign a midfielder until El Neni was definitely finished for the season, right? It looks like El Neni's probably not going to play this season anymore. Lokonga is positionally unaware. That's the very least I could say when he plays the number 6 position. He doesn't know how to do it at all. He doesn't know what positions to be in.
Lokonga's at Palace, right?
Yeah, so he's gone off to Palace now. And obviously the Caicedo thing again. Listen, Arsenal put in £60 million bid. They put in the 70 million, but they didn't press the issue like the way Chelsea pressed the issue for Enzo Fernandez. And I think that's because, listen, Brighton, they stood firm. They said he wasn't for sale. And Arsenal obviously in the end respected that. Even Chelsea themselves, Todd Boehly, as crazy as we think he is, they put in that £55 million bid for Caicedo. And they end up walking away because I think they felt as well that this deal wasn't going to happen. Of course, when the player starts putting out social media posts and saying, let me leave, etc., you're like, okay, maybe there's something to it. But clearly, that wasn't enough. And for me, I don't care. I would have liked to see Arsenal spend 80 million, 90 million just to get him in. Because I look at, honestly, even I know that's probably an overspend of 40 million pounds. But the way I was looking at it long term, as an Arsenal fan, I don't know what you guys think about Arsenal in the future, but I look at where we really need to invest in the next window, right? And for me, it's only really to make sure that midfield just stays functioning for the next 5 to 8 years, let's say, right? The rest of the players, the Sakas, the Martinellis, the Smith Rowes, the Nketiahs, the Ballagans, these guys are all really young players who I think are going to be massive parts of Arsenal's future. And the defense as well, they're all young players as well again. So for me, that midfield is really important. Jorginho as a signing, how do I feel? Initially, right? It's like, listen, when you go from Caicedo to Jorginho, you're just thinking, Edu Gaspar, you've done it again, my friend. You are the funniest director of football I've ever seen. The guy, I don't know how many big, you know what it is? I think my club as well, they have PTSD, right? After signing Nicolas Pepe for 72 million, when it hits a transfer over 50 million, I'm going to stop believing rumors, right? At this point, because clearly it doesn't happen. Any transfer under 50 million happens in a second. But once you start going over a little 50 million, they start shaking like, nah, this might Nicolas Pepe. That's in their head, right? Yeah, they start, it's not looking too good, right? So it's one of those ones. But honestly, when you take it back and you strip it all back, you strip away the emotion, and now the emotion's gone, right? Jorginho signed, it's all done. And you look at it and you're like, listen, he's a better player than El Neni. He's a better player than Lokonga. In fact, he's probably even the best passer right now at Arsenal in terms of either he's probably up there, him, Odegaard, you say. Technically, he's a very good player. And the biggest thing about him, positionally, he understands what to do when he plays in the 6. The one thing about a Lokonga, you might have more athleticism. Yes, you might be a bit quicker than a Jorginho, But if you don't know where to be, what use is that to us, right? Jorginho knows exactly where to position himself. He's 31 years old. He's experienced. And as long as our team stays injury-free now, I think we're going to be okay. And then just to touch on the other two signings quickly, Trossard and Kiwior. Kiwior, don't know much about him. Spezia, right? Spezia player. Yeah, even if I'm watching Spezia, it's one of those ones.
They're my hipster team in Italy. I don't know why. They just got a tiny stadium, but they just play liquid. I remember when they came up, they just play liquid football. They're like, you know when Leeds come to the Premier playing under Bielsa?
Yeah.
Spezia
These are a big team, though. These are a big team. Can't compare them.
Oh, man. What a team. Sorry, continue.
Yeah, no. So, yeah, Kiwior, listen, he looks like a good player. He looks like a player that actually has a lot of potential. He's played more games as a DM than a centre-back, which is quite interesting, right? But I think that just shows the evolution of players, and you all want them to be good ball players. And Trossard, again, I think he's a very good signing, right? For the price we got him at, the positions he played, he just looks like an Arsenal player from minute one. So, yeah, I'm happy with the signings in terms of the bench now. When everyone's fit, man, it's looking good. I'm not going to lie, it's looking good. But once you start picking up, if you start picking up a few more injuries, then again, things can start derailing. So it's just about keeping the team fit. But the squad now, to be honest, is looking okay. And hopefully in the summer, right, we've shown we've got the money. But do we have the negotiation skills? I don't know about that. So we'll see in the summer who we target. But probably like a Declan Rice at this point. It's the most feasible option, I'd say.
I think the way you've operated in the transfer window and not allowing teams to hold you to ransom, it's going to hold you in good stead in the future. Because if you start to get a reputation where Man United had this reputation, and I think they did it like with Anthony, where teams can hold out because they know that you eventually pay up whatever they ask you. And I always say this to people, like if your threat to walk away has to be real. And if it's real, then teams would certainly start to take you more seriously and negotiate with you on better terms and with better faith. So Arsenal's doing well. Like, what is it? There's no need to hurry. There's plenty of players out there, plenty of players that can improve Arsenal in midfield, can improve Arsenal in attack, defense. So there's no need to jump the ship for one or two players.
Yeah, listen, as I said, for me now, it's about getting to the end of the season. So I'm happy this window's done. We can just go back talking about the football. But really and truly, it's about getting to the end of the season, trying to win this Premier League. And now you'd think with Jorginho in there, he should be better than most Europa League teams, right? Unless you obviously play Barcelona, Man United, Juventus or something like that, right? Then, of course, it's a more of a normal game. But any of the other teams in Europa League, I don't know, Sociedad obviously is still in it. Jorginho should be more than capable enough in playing those games. So, yeah, listen, the squad for me now is looking okay. Jesus hopefully comes back. Smith Rowe comes back. Things are looking okay. No more injuries.
What's your backup midfielder? Right? So you've got Xhaka, Odegaard, Partey, and you've got Jorginho, Vieira,
and Smith Rowe. That would be that. Would have to be the three.
That's not like quite attacking midfield.
It's not even attacking. On the ball, it's fine, but it's off the ball when you start worrying. And that's why I say that's why Caicedo, for me, I would have spent the money and got him in just because of purely just the physicality. Or I would have even tried to sign someone plus a Jorginho who's got more physicality about them, right? Because I think, Arteta, what do you say? When I lose a duel, I am upset. Yeah. So it's one of those ones. We need people who are upset when they lose duels. But listen, as I said, as long as everyone stays fit, it's okay. And you'd expect a Vieira who came in before the World Cup break, right? Who did we play? I can't remember. We played
Wolves.
Was it Wolves or something, right? And Vieira came in left centre mid. Xhaka was injured, and he put in a really good performance again. So listen, I think there's options there, 100%.
Yeah, this Edu guy is a bit random, isn't it? Like his Instagram. This guy will just be, I guarantee you tomorrow he'll post a picture. He's in like the Bahamas or something, just chilling, chilling. Like, yeah, I'm that guy, I'm him, whatever. But no, on the flip side, right? You got Bilal just with a little smile, top of the league, just cushy, just chilling. You're looking at all these teams snapping up midfielders. Liverpool, the one team that needs bloody hell, like 2, 3, 4 midfielders, whatever you want to say, that multiple midfielders are needed. How are you feeling? How are you feeling going a whole month where we thought we might get Enzo, we might get Caicedo, Bellingham might be on the cards? Are we getting, I don't know, is there a Rice still in there? I don't know. yeah, we ended up with Gakpo. Fair enough. It's early days on him. We don't really know how he's going to turn out. But the problem was in midfield, and I'm already thinking about summer and how there's going to be a massive midfield war. Right, there's going to be war. The big boys in the Premier League, they're going to war for the likes of Bellingham, Caicedo, Rice. Mount's going to be in there. Nunes, of course. All these guys. So, yeah, how are you sort of feeling as a Liverpool
fan? I'm feeling up and down, to be honest. I'm not here or there. Mainly due to what is it? Seeing Chelsea has kind of skewed a lot of people's perspectives, right? Liverpool, yes, we know that we needed to do something with the midfield. We knew we need to bring someone in. However, and I'm going back to Klopp's character here. I don't think he's a guy that just writes like or takes a player out, especially if they're not bringing problems into the squad. What is it? Deregisters a player for the new shiny toy. So I think in his thinking, he was thinking, let's get these guys off our books when their contract is over, like the Naby Keita, Ox, Milner, potentially, and then we can go and really look at the targets that we're looking at. So I'm there with the patience, but as I said earlier to you guys off camera, was if we sit on our hands in the summer, then we'll have an issue. If Liverpool don't sign at least 2 to 3 good quality midfielders that can cover ground, that can also play in multiple positions, then we've got a problem. And going back to Arsenal, what Arsenal's demonstrated as well is, look, they're top of the league and they weren't sitting on their laurels. They proved that they are able and capable to go after players that they want, and so that shows intent, and that shows intent for the future as well. So Arsenal fans who should be happy, and that's, I think, what makes Liverpool fans a little bit more depressed than they should be, is seeing not much intent from the club, and so yeah, that creates madness.
Yeah, no, 100%. I was just gonna ask, right? So, like, I know for me, the Liverpool situation, I think we'll have to talk about it more towards the summer and see what's happening with the ownership, etc. Because it seems more structural issues that are not letting maybe Liverpool spend the money they even had, in my opinion, correctly. Because as we've been speaking about for ages now, the Gakpo signing, etc., etc. But I want to just speak about quickly, and I just want to ask Michael's opinion on that Sabitzer signing. Like, bro, how are you feeling? Because you guys didn't look like you're going to sign anyone, and then all of a sudden, boom, Sabitzer is at the club.
Yeah, Sabitzer. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I don't watch him that much. I watch the Bundesliga, so I'm not gonna stay here and say I'm an expert on him. But
how many takes free kicks?
You know how you say, like, you know, like when you say,
is he glitching?
In a sense.
Yo, Michael, come in and out. Your connection is
glitching.
Can I just say on Sabitzer? Sabitzer was a player that, like, I think Liverpool were linked with him a few seasons back, and the reason what he brings, especially if you get the same Sabitzer that was playing for Leipzig, is what Man United fans wanted in Van der Beek. Someone that can get on the ball, can score and threat, that can pass well, that's calm on the ball, like he's got good technical abilities, got good ball security. The game that he played against Man United was really telling as well. So yeah, they're getting someone who's quite dynamic, who's got a goal threat, and I've got to be honest, I'm a little bit jealous about this signing as well.
He's Michael, do you want to take it away again?
Yeah,
just give your thoughts on it.
Yeah, with Sabitzer, I mean, obviously, I didn't even think of this guy was even an option at any point. I forgot he was even at Bayern Munich. I'm not gonna lie. The last time I watched him was when he scored that goal against Zenit in the Champions League, that like nice curler. But I'm happy with it. Obviously, I'm not the biggest fan of Eriksen in any way, but obviously his injury hurts because he is an important part of the team. Because if Eriksen gets hurt, then you're left with Fred, and that's it. And Fred could be good in certain games, but then you can't trust him. So I really like the Sabitzer move. I looked at his football reference page. I saw a lot of green, so that's a good thing. And I know he can run. He's Austrian, so if you're the Austrian German, the first thing you know about them is that they can run for days. They have like 95 million lungs, so that's good. Because my biggest concern in that spot next to Casemiro was that Eriksen is kind of like very weak defensively. He doesn't get into duels. I know with Sabitzer, he'll get into a duel, which is nice. His passing is decent. He's got, like, I think Omar said he could hit like a free kick. He's got a good strike on him. Someone put a meme like Weghorst is going to be looking like this guy like this when he sees Rashford, Bruno, and Sabitzer all take long range shots. They're going to trade shots like they're Steph Curry and Dame Dollar. But nah, it's a good move. I can't lie. I didn't really think that we would do so. When I saw Eriksen get hurt, I'm like, it's over. Top 4 is not looking good, but props to Murtaugh. I've been one of his biggest critics, but props to him to actually get a deal done. And there's only a loan, so there's no risk involved in it. I would have liked the buy option just in case this guy actually hits at the club. You never know; he could end up being like he could play DM, I think, and he could play center mid. So I want a deputy for Casemiro. So it's like if you sign him permanently, but I guess Bayern really want him to stay. I don't know why. He hasn't really played that many games over there. Because Goretzka and Kimmich is like the certified midfield every single game. That's why Gravenberch can't get minutes, and that's why we asked for him on loan actually first. What Man United did yesterday. I think they found out about Eriksen yesterday. They basically put out the phone. It's like, you know, when they talk about you at the club 2 a.m. and you just hit up everyone in your contacts. Well, that's what Man United did. They hit up every single person in that contact list.
So you just had Martin going by and you up.
He was hitting up every single club. He was hitting up every single club in Europe, bro. We went to Barcelona. I don't know who we asked for, but we asked someone from them. We went to Real Madrid. We probably asked for Dani Ceballos. Bilal will remember him. Probably got rejected for that. Who else did we hit up? We hit up PSG. I don't know who we asked for. Maybe Danilo Pereira. God forbid. They rejected us. We hit up everyone, and then I guit at Bayern Munich we hit gold. And we asked for Gravenberch first, but like I said, they don't want to sell him. I don't know why, because his development has been ruined over there by Nagelsmann and them guys, but that's up to them. And Sabitzer was a nice backup option, and we'll see what he does. If he could play tomorrow, that'd be good, because I need Casemiro rested, because after what Andy Carroll did to my Eriksen, nah, bro. That guy was doing MMA stuff over there. Nah,
he was moving. Listen, that was the funniest thing I've watched in a long time. Andy Carroll, number 2 on his back. Man, I thought it was a centre back just sliding everyone. But you know what? Even watching Bayern the other day, and when Kimmich is playing literally midfield by himself, they had like Muller, Musiala. They're basically playing as number 10s, right? It was literally just Kimmich in the midfield. The fullbacks would come and invert. That's when it's written on the wall. Like Sabitzer, you're never going to play. Gravenberch came on for a little bit, but again, if Zabitzer's not getting a look in there, doesn't mean he's a bad player. Just means he's not really fitting in at Bayern. And I think
Paul Merson should take notes at that. This guy's like, it's a panic station. No crap. It's a panic buy, bro.
It's the last day of the market, bro. It's the last day of the market. Everyone's panicking apart from like me, bro. Even Chelsea were panicking. You spend that kind of money, it's a panic. Anything happen last minute for me is a panic, right? So listen, Sabitzer, he was a good signing, and if you didn't bring him in, that would have been curtains, right? Honestly, it would have been so hard for United to keep going this season with just Fred, McTominay, and
he's injured too, by the way. McTominay's injured. I didn't even know about this. This guy's injured too. I didn't even know about this.
Wow. So he's even more needed. So
you could get Gallagher.
I'd rather play an under 16 than play Conor Gallagher at my football club. I'm not even joking. I haven't even seen this guy trap a ball correctly, bro. We are not Everton. We are not Crystal Palace, bro. We actually play with the ball. Nah. Please don't disrespect my club as Conor Gallagher, man.
Gallagher's a decent player, man.
You should take him then.
Take him at Liverpool, man.
Yo, you spending 40?
Pace and power, legs up and down the pitch.
40 mil, no.
We need pace and power right now. Look, okay, we've got a lanky Brazilian who doesn't know where his left and right is at the moment. We've got
that guy, by the way, Fabinho, bro. He almost ruined what's his name? Ferguson,
man.
That's my guy too. That's a baller too. Nah, bro. Almost killing him. Nah.
But at least
it's a missed time tackle. He just
I'm trying to finish his career.
At least he admitted it on the spot, bro. His face was telling the ref, "Send me off." And that coot referee, please, he needs to retire from football, because the guy does not look confident at all in anything he does on the pitch. He doesn't even run confidently. This guy just needs to take a leave of absence and just don't return for a long time, because the guy showed you to his face told you, please send me off. And
he thought it was an apology. He accepted it, man. Just a yellow. He let him off. That's what I felt. Honestly,
the guy was shaking his head like and going to every play again. I think
Konate should have got sent off as well. The like a couple of minutes before that as well.
He basically got sent off with a 3-week injury, right? He basically sent himself off. So he took his 3-week ban. Now what we got? Big Nat Phillips coming in, taking us to top 4. Life's good. Don't worry.
This ain't 2021, big bro.
That's when everyone was crap as well, man. It's a long day now.
Like the good old days now, right? I look back at that run like with a bit of nostalgia. Nat Phillips, Reece Williams. Oh God, if only we could go back. Italian friend, one of our Italian friends, Maurizio Morano, Fabrizio. Here we goes, Enzo. I just want to open this up to chat. I just want to open this up to you guys. Has this transfer broken the transfer market? Or is there some bit of it that's worth it?
I mean, the midfield market is tough. I mean, they basically put a release clause, to be fair. That's pretty much what they triggered. So in a sense, I don't think it breaks it. But I mean, the comparison will automatically be Jude, right? How much will Dortmund want for Jude now when they see Enzo being for 120 million? They're probably gonna ask for 150 because Jude is a more established player than Enzo Fernandez. I'm not gonna say he's better or not. I think he is, but I don't know. That's interesting. But I don't know.
The market is so listen.
Market's been broken for years now.
Next summer, in 6 months' time, it's gonna be wild. Like I'm thinking about the midfielders who are gonna be available: Jude Bellingham, Declan Rice, Caicedo,
Frankie De Jong,
maybe. But how many of them are there? How many of them?
I guarantee you, though, Brighton will sign 2 guys for 20 million combined, and they'll be better than.
Bro,
Benfica already identified his replacement, and he's just as good. The Varela from Boca Juniors, bro, he's just as good. And who else? That coach guy from Feyenoord. That guy's a baller too. They identified, bro. So just go to the source. Just go to the source. It's that simple.
Surely there has to be a big club out there that just says, right, you either go to Benfica, you either go to Brighton, you nick all their scouts and say, do what you're doing.
Chelsea have done that. Chelsea have nicked their scouts. That's why they signed that Fofana kid from Molde. I'm pretty sure he was going to Brighton. Ends up going to Chelsea.
He's going to Nice. Yeah, he's going to Nice now. They signed him on loan.
So it's all mad. Like Chelsea already snapped up Noel. They snapped up Graham Potter. They're looking at the Leipzig model as well. Listen, whatever you're thinking, Todd Boehly's already thought of it.
It's done. He's 3 steps ahead of the curve, man.
Loopholes.
Quickly becoming
cracked FFP in like 6 months. It's mad.
Chelsea, not alone, have ruined the market. I think it's United and Chelsea. United was the first to start with Pogba when they hit that 90 million mark, and then they doubled it down with Anthony, and then
Maguire for 80.
Maguire for 80, and Anthony was like, then he became a reference point for Shakhtar and all of these guys, saying, bro, if Anthony went for 90, that's what you got to pay if you want to get.
No, that's the transfer that's broken the market. I'm sorry. 100 M basically for a kid that played a couple games in Ukraine is nuts. That one there is because like Benfica, right, is Portuguese big league. No, if I
when I return to the channel, you're not no Madrid slander.
You already know. Even when Arsenal linked to them, I was like, bro, this money is sounding nuts.
But Arsenal could have picked him up for 50 million in the summer.
He was going to Leverkusen for 20 the year before. So exactly. It just shows you how things are so inflated.
So Arsenal thought, 20 to 50 is a big jump. Stop it. And then he went from 50 to 100. Oh my god.
Low-key Mudryk worth 100 mil. Nah, Mudryk low-key worth 100 mil, bro. That cameo against Liverpool, we wouldn't believe.
that's
and like
Demarai Gray's doing that every week, man.
No, it's not, bro.
Go watch
Demarai Gray don't got that quick feet and that excel that turn the speed, bro. Nah. Demarai Gray.
How much is Kvaratskhelia and Osimhen going for in the summer, if they even move? Because at this point,
Kvaratskhelia is worth 100 plus. Osimhen's worth, I think, 60, 70.
That's definitely not happening. But I promise you, Osimhen's going for 150 million.
They're both minimum 150 right
this
now.
This is Napoli we're talking about. Napoli are freaking
no. But like, who's worth more? Chat. Who's worth more, Kvaratskhelia or Osimhen? Kvaratskhelia.
Osimhen.
I'd say, you know what it is? I love Kvaratskhelia. I said it for me, he's like the best left winger in the world. Like, I think the guy is so special. But when you look at number 9s, so rare. And Osimhen is listen, I thought the guy was a scrub. I wasn't familiar with his game, but he's convinced me this season that he is. Every time I watch him, just I can't believe this.
No, but
this
we've seen Nines have. I'm not saying he's bad, but you can't with Nines.
Yeah,
you've seen them play to this sort of level and then sort of like not go off, but never like come back. Not like never hit those levels again. Like I've seen so many guys hit like just have one season where they're impeccable, right?
No, this is different. This is different. Bro, when you Omar, trust me, when you watch Osimhen, you realize no, this is for real. This guy probably Real Madrid are looking at him, right, and they're thinking we should get him in. Listen, Benzema's aging. Apparently, Vlahovic. Funny story of the day. Apparently, Vlahovic offered himself to Real Madrid, and he said no.
But Lukaku, when he was playing for Inter in that season, also looked like the best striker in the world.
Lukaku don't got that kind of athleticism.
Yeah,
the way Osimhen's athleticism is nuts, bro. He presses like a maniac. His jump is absolutely incredible. He'll dunk on any defender in the world, and his link-up play will get better as age goes, maybe. And then guys, I don't want to just interrupt quickly, right? But I think we should talk about the other teams in the Premier League, just because this is the Super League now. I'm seeing Keylor Navas. He's going Nottingham Forest.
No way.
Yeah.
Thank God this guy did
not 5 Champions Leagues or something. Someone find this. Tell me it's
Premier
not
League.
True. Tell me this is not the Super League.
Bournemouth were mad this week.
No. You know what? I don't like the Premier League anymore. I'm being serious. Should I tell you why? How can Arsenal bid 70M for a Brighton player and they can say no? This is when you know football's finished. This is not real. No, you have to be real. The Premier League is broken, and we need to fix it. This is not a normal situation. You can't have Chelsea.
There's only one solution. There's only one solution.
And I want it, bro. You say it, I'll agree. I will agree with you. This is crazy. Super League, bring me Super League. How can I go to Brighton with 70M? And they said no. That's mad.
Look at this window. This is a beautiful window.
And Brentford.
You see the Zaniolo story of Bournemouth.
Brentford's on Beckham.
Yeah,
he went to Brentford B though.
Yeah, that's called.
Sergio Canos left. Oh, that's sad. Remember when he dunked him?
Listen, how many players have scored against Arsenal once and then just disappeared? It's the history of my club. We give you a name for 1 week and you disappear.
Look at this.
Look at Chelsea.
100. It's basically 100. All right, 35. Fofana, what? He was about 15. Santos, how much was he?
20.
Probably
20.
Like
Felix, whatever. Madueke,
like a 15. I'm loan.
Another 100 coming in. Enzo.
Sterling last year. Who else he signed? Fofana,
Cucurella, 60 mil.
Aubameyang.
I think they're 100. Chelsea are 100 million less, just 100 million less than the whole of Klopp's spending. And this is not like, what is it, net spend. This is like gross spend. Klopp is on about like 700 and something mil. And these guys are just about 100 mil off him.
Look at Everton.
Imagine when Newcastle start. Listen, Newcastle are the scary ones. Newcastle are the scary ones.
Now you know what?
Newcastle are dropping 45M on Anthony Gordon. He's not done anything in football.
I want to talk about Everton.
But that's the English tax. However,
that's not English tax. That's just nuts, bro.
No, that's the English tax. Because remember, Chelsea offered 60 in the summer for that guy.
Anthony Gordon could be a good player.
How much is? Listen, I want to know as an Arsenal fan. You guys tell me, how much is Bukayo Saka worth? Because I don't. No. He's not. He's worth at least 300M. This is the market.
Relax.
He's worth at least 300.
This guy went 300 mil.
Relax.
Yeah. Okay, I'll be nice. 250. We're still not going to sell him, but he's
300 million.
If
has he signed the contract yet?
No, he hasn't, bro.
It's done.
Nah. Pep Guardiola, yo.
Martinelli's one's already done.
Yo, if Edu don't fix up, Arteta will go to Man City and he'll take Bukayo Saka with him. Yo, hey, listen, better fix up.
Let's talk about Man City. Where are they? Cancelo left. They're not buying players. There's no left back. There's no new winger. They're in the listen. Arsenal, despite what you said, we spent money. These guys, they got oil money, but they're not spending. They signed Haaland and they stopped there. It's all the wages, all the money gone to Haaland's wages.
Bro,
exactly.
Don't trash talk on Man City, bro. They're gonna come with vengeance in the summer. I've already seen links with Maddison and Rafael Leao. Yo, Pep got something.
Dead. If they sign, I pray to God they sign them too. Dead.
Are you saying
Real dead?
Yeah.
Yo, when he dunks on you, when he dunks on you at the Emirates, I'm gonna be laughing.
He's not better than Trossard, man. We've got to be
Oh,
real.
get out of here, man.
Who?
Leo,
This ain't,
that
bro, this ain't Twitter
than
anymore,
Trossard.
bro. This
No,
ain't Twitter
this is
anymore.
real life. No, Trossard, listen.
I'll come to YouTube to have a normal chat with
Omar, what are you gonna tell me? What are you gonna tell
I was just asking, do you think Saka's worth more than Bellingham?
Yeah.
He plays for Arsenal,
100%.
and he's an attacking player, like as a
We'll
winger.
go for more Saka to like a Real Madrid or Barcelona, or Bellingham to a Premier League club.
It will cost
Saka,
more
bro.
to get Saka out of
Saka's
Arsenal than what
it's not even
it
just
costs
player.
Bellingham out
Bro,
of.
Saka's profile, bro. How many better left-footed right wingers are in the Bukayo Saka in the world? Can you really say?
Mo Salah,
And maybe Ousmane Dembele at most. That's the most you
not-
can say.
They're not
At
even
most.
near.
Yeah,
Dembele even picked
Bro,
up a little hammy.
I promise
injury
you-
left wing the other day.
Jude Bellingham is good, but I promise you, there are so many midfielders in this world that can do not do what Jude Bellingham could do, but that will fit in a midfield. A midfield doesn't. Saka's profile is so much more important than the Jude Bellingham. It's just how it
You
is.
can't find that kind of profile. It's very rare right now. Even the other day we were talking about wingers, where I'm like, there's a lot of left wingers,
Kulusevski
right
too. I
footed.
forgot about Kulusevski as well.
Kulusevski's a player I could definitely see if the whole Juve situation goes down, like a Man City or something, just come and swoop in for him. Maybe even a Liverpool. Listen, you get a bit of money for Salah. We saying sell Salah because I was seeing hella polls recently saying goodbye to Salah.
This is why I don't tweet about Liverpool anymore, right? This is why I don't tweet about Liverpool anymore, right? This is why you see me chatting about Roman Reigns, Jey Uso, all these lot, yeah? Because I'm done. I'm done with Don saying Salah should go. Bro, give the guy some help. He's just lost his best friend.
You saying Liverpool tweets in the Arabic ain't moving you on Twitter? That's all I be seeing these days.
Salary cap. This is what LFC traders saying. Salary cap.
Yeah, you know what? I would support 100% like a salary cap and
a
spend cap.
Thing to say.
Salary cap.
No. You have to. Like, it'll be more.
I'm getting you orange and June, man. I want no salary cap.
Hold on. Let me land. That would show.
Next thing you know, we're gonna have a draft, and it's gonna be like, and the first.
You know what?
If you have a Super League, you can have a salary cap.
I've got like the wildest. Suggestions for the league to be more competitive, yeah. And one of them is a salary cap. No. If you put a salary cap here, there's none of these. Like ridiculous wages. Teams have to start to, really like it becomes like Football Manager. You got to like, you got to be very creative.
The small teams too much. That's benefiting the small teams too much.
The Brightons, I can't have these guys talking to me anymore. Like, I'm tired.
There is a hierarchy. There's a hierarchy in the Premier League, and that's how it is, bro. The big six have the most money because they're the ones that bring the most money. That's how it goes, bro. Capitalism out here, man. I ain't doing this.
Look. That's why the Americans come to England, because
they can have shares in it. Like they can have like
they're not salary cap, bro. All I'm saying,
have your image rights. That way, you like what money you make on your image, you make. There you go. But other than that, the team's got to have salary cap.
That's some broke boy talk, man. Salary cap, bro. I'm getting you orange in June. I want that money. I want my owners to be going like Top Boehly.
We look like. Hopefully, we get new owners, right? Hopefully, come that midfield war in.
I ain't scared of Liverpool in the midfield.
The war chest.
Jim Ratcliffe's Man United, yeah. They got the money. Bro, Jim Ratcliff is definitely buying United. We've got to be real.
I'm getting a fellow. Bro, I'm getting a fellow American. I'm getting a fellow American, and he's gonna put me in charge of recruitment, bro. I'm going to bring on doorsteps. I'm going to bring on doorbells, and they're gonna put me in charge of recruitment. I promise you, I'm coming with 11 League One players, and we're winning the league next year. I promise you.
Guys, I've got
Arsene Wenger.
I'm moving like Arsene Wenger, bro. He had the vision, though. This is a visionary of football, man. I see what he was cooking.
Don't kill me.
Hold on, actually. I've got a bit of trivia for you guys. So with this Enzo deal breaking the British transfer record,
insane. How has that happened?
Chelsea have broken the British transfer record twice in January. Who is the other player to have broken the transfer record?
Torres.
Yeah, and it was a flop.
He won the Champions League, though.
Hey, you know what? Yo, he was moving like Havertz, and he scored an important goal in the Champions League. So.
Exactly. He just did his job. He did that one thing he had to do. He did it.
He made Gary Neville. He made Gary Neville scream on live television. So
yeah, he made Gary Neville do a lot of.
Well, yo, no, we should talk about Everton real quick because that nun is standing out to me. I understand why that fan put the CEO in a sleeper hole like he's Dolph Ziggler, bro. I understand why he did that. It makes sense now because I saw them link with Andre Ayew. That's ridiculous. No, bro, no. That's absolutely.
Nobody wants to join. That's an issue with Everton, right? And even with Anthony Gordon, he's a kid. They've been there his whole life. He's an Everton fan, academy since 11 years old. For him to just leave the club when they're down bad shows that, for me, that club must feel so toxic right now that he just decided, listen, you can't even do it. But listen, they've still got a decent enough squad to step. I don't know if you want to talk about even the relegation battle.
I put a picture on my Twitter this morning, bro. 13th to 20th is 6 points apart. It's crazy.
It's good, isn't it?
Yeah, it's predicted going down. But the Bournemouth will probably go down, you think, right?
This Bournemouth window moved me down.
It's going down. Like, I'm looking at this business. Everton.
Southampton are making moves today. I've been seeing Southampton.
Absolutely nothing. Fulham are fine. Leeds got in McKennie, so now they've got one of the best midfielders in the league. They've got a better midfield than Liverpool.
That's not even the best signing.
What is this?
Rutter is the best signing.
Who's Jorginho Rutter? Why are they signing for 35?
Oh, yeah, respect FM legend Jorginho Rutter from
Wait, what?
Respect, yo, this guy is cold. I promise you.
I've just been using Sesko recently on FM. So that's my guy right now. Bro, he's better than Haaland on the game right now for me. He's insane. That guy is crazy. Whoever signs Sesko, I'm going to be jealous, man.
Oh, yo, Iosi Perez finally left Leicester City. I'm sure their fans are very happy.
Yeah, even Leicester made a few moves, right? Southampton interested me with their signings, right? I think Suleimana, they signed some kid from Ghent. Was it Ghent? I can't remember. One team in Belgium.
Wow, he's not a kid. He's 28.
Oh, he's not a kid. Bloody hell. He's apparently scored like 16 goals in like.
He's 6 or 7, by the way. Yo, they gave James Ward-Prowse.
Remember him?
They signed Orsic.
Yeah, they signed.
Yeah. Orsic is in.
Alcaraz can play, bro.
Alcaraz sounds like a prison, bro. I saw him the other day to get a yellow card. I'm pretty sure.
No, he's going to keep a couple clean sheets. They're going to talk about the penitentiary, the Alcaraz, some useless nonsense like that. Dan Juma swerved Everton like everyone swerved Everton, which was hilarious.
This Tottenham Man United top 4 battle. It's gonna be interesting.
You mean top 6 to Europa League battle because incoming Liverpool and Chelsea from the bottom of the league.
Chelsea maybe, bro. Listen, from Liverpool, guys, don't hold out any hope. I'm sorry. This is me as an Arsenal fan saying it. I've seen this season during lockdown, the Arsenal lockdown season, which was one of the most sad seasons I've ever watched. Yeah, Liverpool, you're competing with that season that I watched Liverpool play. No.
I've seen a lot more depressing seasons as a Liverpool fan. I can tell you. I've seen us walk into games with Christian Poulsen, Jay Spearing, and John Joe Shelby as our starting midfield.
You could do with John Joe Shelby right now, to be fair.
Did he not go to Forest? He's
gone to Forest. Yeah, he's gone to Forest.
How many players have Forest signed?
I mean, they thought of signed 40 for the whole.
This is not a serious club. They need to go down. They're the ones who need to go down. The person
they didn't sign was the one person they let go. Oh, well, Borough let him go. Jed Spence, right? Yeah. Free Jed Spence. This guy was meant to be pushing for England squad.
He should have went back to Forest, man.
By the way, he filled upwards. Yo, Renee is a great club. Yo, he went to my super team.
They've got Felipe. So they got Danilo, Scarpa, Chris Wood, Felipe, Navas, and Shelby.
They know a bit of Brazilians there, you know. They don't know Lodi, like these guys. They got a bit of
Christina Aguilera, Estoril Pryor, Aaron Donnelly. I've heard of that guy.
Yeah,
these are just
the only guy I know is that Loic. What's his name? Loic Mbe. So, however you say his name, the centre back. He's the only one I'm familiar with in terms of them. But this relegation battle is gonna be insane. Honestly,
I want Southampton to go down. We need to go back into that market.
Why? No, Southampton.
We need to go back into that market, bro.
I'm seeing players. I'm seeing Salisu, Bella Kolchap. I'm seeing players I want to rate.
Exactly.
They're not going down, man. Southampton.
What's Lavia, the midfielder?
He's going back to Man City. He's going back to Man City. Man City ain't letting him go to a big rival.
These names are hilarious. Look at Wolves, man. Cunha, Lemina, Sarabia, Dawson. David Bentley.
João Gomez.
João Gomez is cold though.
Yeah.
Yo, Michael, I know you got to bounce soon. You got any last words? Any words of inspiration for us before you?
Words of inspiration. First of all, Top Boehly, I hate you. because what you did to me this window will forever break my heart. Because Malo Gusto and Enzo Fernandez, I had added to them ready to go to Man United in the summer, but it is what it is. You beat me to them. That's fine. Just know when we get new owners and you have targets, I promise you we're hijacking them. I'm getting this back in blood. No matter what, I'm getting this back in blood. I will not forget this. Oh, what else? Liverpool, forever muddied for the foreseeable future. I'm very happy about that. That more than you believe. I hope they never sign a midfielder. Just know this, guys. That in 3 hours, Man United signed more midfielders than Liverpool. The winter transfer window, even though the only amount of money we have in the bank is enough to afford a foot long from Subway. Just remember that. And Arsenal, I shut up. How anything to say Arsenal the top of the league. I can't really troll the ball right now. I can't really say. And Jorginho, he'll make a mistake. Just remember this. He's very prone to mistake, bro. I've seen the athleticism is scary.
Hey, Michael, say it.
Saliba and Gabriel they'll grab him and they'll make sure he gets some power in his body. They'll just slap his back or something.
Man, you could put athleticism into body. Nah, bro, this guy's 30 years old. He's relaxed.
Zinchenko's gonna be there grabbing him, coming into midfield. Like Listen, when we have the ball, I'll be happy. Lose it, it's panic state.
Yeah, and that's for Man United.
Transition.
That's for Man United. Obviously, win tomorrow, get to a cup final, and pray in February because we have 11 games in 30 days. I don't know how we'll make it through this. We will potentially have Barcelona second leg of the Europa League and a cup final against Newcastle in a span of 3 days. That's not looking good. But
I can't wait for that game, man.
I got my proven winners in Casemiro and Varane. Warriors, combined 9-time Champions League winners, World Cup winner, 2-time World Cup winner Lisandro Martinez. So we got
the only fan base that gets another person winning trophies somewhere else.
It's important in this kind of game, though. Would we not agree that in the UCL final, when you have someone,
we might as well add all of Thiago's trophies to the.
Go ahead, add it, bro. Go ahead, add his 6-2 or something, bro. But
now the 8 champions of Europe, we won 100 Premier Leagues.
Bro, it's so Man United though. Sabitzer, welcome to the club. I don't really know that much about you. Hopefully you can score some good goals like I've seen that you scored again for Leipzig, and that's it. And pretty much get this top 4 because top 4, I'm not really scared of any team in the top 4 except Newcastle. That's a good team. I'll give them that. I'm not scared of Liverpool, no disrespect, but as long as your midfield consists of that, maybe come summer if you get new owners and you upgrade your midfield, we'll talk again. But as of right now, I ain't scared of them. And top Boehly, Graham Potter, I'll say this right now. Graham Potter is not lasting next season at Chelsea. This is way too many players. They're gonna need a manager that can grab that thing together. He's not built for this. So Enrique, Zidane, who's not getting that French job now, they're gonna need someone like that. Otherwise, I feel bad for Graham Potter. He got set up for failure over here by top boy.
Graham Potter a few years ago was just chilling in Sweden with Östersund, right?
This guy was hell out of life, man.
Humble road to glory with Östersund. Now he's there getting fed by this big American man. Here, take this, take that, take this, take that.
If I'm Tuchel, I'll be fuming. He should have just accepted the Ronaldo one and realized that Todd Boehly is going to give him more players.
Yeah, bro, this guy lost his job over a wash guy. I'll not say, bro. That's criminal, but it is what it is. Top what's his name? Tom Sue will hold that. But yeah, Chelsea. I think they'll finish top 6. But next season, quadruple minimum with these kind of signings. I expect a quadruple minimum. 6-2. If I must say,
they should unite and put this pressure on Chelsea.
That's what I'm saying, bro. I told my friend this in the group chat. He called me dumb because I said Chelsea must win the title next year. Nah, I'm not having this. Must win a title or UCL next year. Minimum.
I'm still not scared. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if you guys are scared of.
I'm not scared.
The signings, I'm looking at them. I'm just like, Madueke, right? Enzo, cool, is a baller. If they get someone else in, cool in the summer. Let's see. The striking situation, we don't know.
They're gonna sign a striker, but not Osimhen. That's going to Man United.
We'll see.
I can see Chelsea coming in for Osimhen, you know.
Nah, we're not having that, bro. Don't get that boy in.
No, you know who's a Chelsea striker? Vlahovic suits Chelsea. Just looks like a Chelsea player.
Vlahovic, bro.
No, Chris
Wood. Do you think?
Yeah, I don't know. There's something about Vlahovic. It just screams like he should play for a club like Chelsea.
The lot gets it, bro. Osimhen screams Man United, bro. He had the Gala jersey.
Yeah, I'm shook. I'm shook of that signing.
Vlahovic is giving me what's his name, Vucevic vibes at Juventus, right? This guy is gonna lead them to their first Serie A after a scandal, and he's gonna just go down as a random guy from Eastern Europe.
No, we'll see.
Awesome.
Yeah, big up, Michael. Big up, man. Thanks for coming on as always, man.
Take care, mate.
Osimhen, right? This guy, Well done to Napoli for winning the league, by the way. I think we should just give them a round of applause. Chat, smash the like button for Napoli. Fun fact, when they do win the league, I'm now saying that with utter confidence because look at everyone around them. Was it Milan were in second place and got whooped at home? They got whooped. They got on the bum. 5-2. Yeah, they released sheep into the city.
Oh,
who's released sheep?
The city releases sheep into the city for a day, and they just roam. I don't know how you like.
Sounds Welsh.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What is that? As a form of celebration?
I think so. Yeah. But yeah.
Let me show you guys this stuff that I've got here. Right. So Pedro Porro, he's been announced now as a Tottenham signing. Don't know what your thoughts on him. From what I know, sounds like a good right, but I haven't watched him that much to have a proper opinion on him. But that price, I know he's linked. He was a Man City player before. They could have signed him back. They didn't. So yeah, Tottenham have announced Pedro Porro. I've got something else here as well, I believe, up top, which seems quite interesting, and that is, of course, the main man, John Joe Shelby. John Joe Shelby.
Harry Potter. Yeah. He's coming for you. He's coming for you.
Legend.
Got a good team, man.
Legend for scoring at Ferguson.
Shelby, Danilo. It's all right, man. It's not looking. It's looking decent. That's a Premier League level midfield now. And if they get Kall Navas in, what happened to Dean Henderson? Why are they getting in a goalkeeper? Because I keep seeing, they keep saying they need a goalkeeper. So
Dean Henderson's out.
Yeah, he's injured. So I don't know. They can just do that. And Forest can do that because they've got that Greek guy in charge. Who's just. We should have asked Michael on his opinion on that guy who runs.
He just said he's a madman. He's
random, isn't he? He does Olympiacos, but you know what? Like, if you scrambled 11 players from Forest together, like just the best 11 players in each position, it'd be a pretty good team. I'm pretty sure. I don't know who's there. I don't know how many people who's just chilling there, but it would be a very good team.
It's just
shout out to Shelby, man. He's scored some of the best goals in Premier League history. Just chilling with his bald head, and
he's just a legend just for swearing at Ferguson when he got sent off. Do you remember that?
Oh, that game pissed me off. We were winning, and then we were winning with 10 men, and then Van Persie just decides to go to United and just score against us. That's Bilal's fault. That's your fault. We're not keeping that.
Listen, it's the Gazidis' fault, man. Could have just sold him to Juventus, but man said, if you listen to what Van Persie said, he said he forced. Obviously, Van Persie's going to say he got forced to go to Man United, so I could have went to Juventus instead. But yeah, listen, when my club were broke, they were doing weird things, and now they've got PTSD from that era. They've got PTSD from when they've actually spent money on guys like Pepe. So yeah, it's all a bit mad in the dunya. I was gonna say Chelsea, they've needed to sign that deal sheet, right? So the Premier League, right? If they want to take a stand, they could just ruin this Enzo Fernandez deal.
No, they won't do it. This is bringing traction to the Premier League. There's no way.
If all 19 clubs stand up, like, listen, this is too much. There's too much in just in January, man.
We need like a little sound which is like windows shut. Like just a little like
that comment from LFC trader Shelby to Forest. Danny goes, we could have we couldn't even get him. I say it would have been all hell would have broke loose if Liverpool went and got Shelby.
Lallana as well, man.
More toxic. It would have been even more toxic. If we did that, I'm telling you, it would have been more toxic.
We got rid of Lallana because he didn't have legs for our midfield anymore. And then he played us and just had more legs than our midfield. It made no sense.
He's ridiculous.
He's a baller, yeah, he is. But the fan base hated him because like he was
injury prone.
He was injury prone until his last season when everyone knew he was going to leave.
Yeah.
Which was one of the funniest things because you're just like, oh man. I love Lallana though. He's one of
Liverpool's
those
play style makes you injury prone though. I'm not gonna lie. That's why I was surprised for years that Liverpool never got injuries. I said, wow, these Liverpool players must be the fittest human beings on earth because the way they were running for like 3 years in a row, same 11, dun dun dun, like just some juggernaut machine.
That's the issue though. That's the issue.
You've seen the effects of that now.
Exactly. When players start to hit the wrong side of 30, then you try and play exactly that way, injuries are going to creep up. And Liverpool, poor planning, I think, with regards to the midfield. I think Klopp gambled. I'm not going to lie. I think he gambled. He thought after last season's exploits of almost winning the quadruple, he thought, okay, I think that these guys can give me one more year before I dip in into the market. So let me sort out, the forward line.
Yeah.
But yeah, it didn't work out.
I don't know what the Premier League table's saying right now. I'm actually just curious. Like,
I don't even want to see that.
Should we get it?
I just want to. I'll get it up. Yeah, I've got it up.
No,
Here.
go to the bottom, right? You're top of the league. You know what it looks like.
Yeah, I already know what it looks like from one.
Yeah, no, you know what it looks like from the top four, bro.
No.
You're
bro,
calculating.
You know what? Goals for goals again. No, scroll down. All right,
bro. I swear down. If you guys ask me, right, how many points is Newcastle United? I don't know because I don't look. I've just been looking at Arsenal City, so that's in my head. But anyway, we go down here. This is where it's interesting, man. The bottom half of the league. We'll scroll up as well. I think for the top four.
Southampton go down. Inshallah.
No,
Everton move them.
You guys, you're just thinking about your club, man.
Damn right, I'm thinking about my club.
Southampton can't go down, man. That's everything.
I'm looking for cheap deals, bro.
Wolves and Southampton to go down because Wolves we can raid.
Yeah.
Right. Mateus Nunes, huge, come to us. Although Wolves won't go down, right? Wolves got too good of a manager, too good of a squad now.
Actually, let's do this. Omar, everyone pick 3 teams you want to go down. Not like who you think is going to go down, who you want to go down.
Who I want to go down? Everton, Wolves, and Leicester.
Me, I would like Southampton, Everton, and it's not going to happen, but Villa. I'm looking at a few players from there as well.
Villa are so far away.
I want Villa.
No, that's a myth. But that would be a story if they did.
But yeah, all right. If I can't get Villa, then Wolves. Yeah, Wolves will be banging.
Yeah.
Hello?
You know what it is with Everton, right? It's one of those clubs like they might need to go down. Like the way they've been operating for all these years, it's just like just go down. Remember back in the day, they were always that team that was going to be in the top 4, breaking through, and they're going to be that team who's going to challenge everyone. They never did. Then Moyes left, and then it's just been down. It's just like and
then Moyes.
But if they go down, they're finished. These guys are Sunderland Part 2. They're not coming up for a while.
Please. People say, don't you want Everton in for the most? Nah. The Ev. Bro, they can go down. Bitter fan. Like,
fifth biggest club, I think, in terms of all the silverware in England. Like, listen, they've got the history. To see a big club like that go down. I don't know. Do we want that to happen? You want a Bournemouth just go down and all of that.
Who's Bournemouth got that you thinking to take, bro?
Nah, listen. If I could pick one team to go, listen, West Ham go down today. I'm bringing.
I
might even bring Paqueta as well and Rice. All of them are just.
You want that jollof rice in midfield, yeah?
Listen, I wasn't even the biggest fan, but I'm starving. I'm gonna need a midfielder. So him and Nketiah, man, they're gonna feed each other.
West Ham can't go down. I've got to support my local. So West Ham, it's just a good club, man. Working man's club. You don't want to see them working men in the Championship. You want to see them just enjoy some Premier League football.
That translates to
That
translates to I've got Premier League games near my house, so let them stay up.
You know what? That's a shout. West Ham got some juicy players as well, bro.
Yeah, they're too good. Like, as in the squad is way too good. They shouldn't even be 16th. I had them. I think before the season, I put them like 6th or 7th or something like that, right?
Bro,
I thought they were going to fly.
1 point off the relegation zone.
They're having a stinky season because this is not where they should be, considering the money spent and the players they have. I'm
gonna have to go and make my dua, bro. West Ham has to go.
Leeds, are they in danger still?
We all love Jesse Marsh because he's American. He's a bit wacky.
Jesse Marsh.
Although that midfield, McKennie, Adams, or McKennie's on loan to be fair, but Juventus, Leeds, same thing, right?
They need Musa as well now. Just complete it. Complete the trio. We need that. That's my guy, but take him, Leeds. I'll give him to you.
From this midfield, right? I'm gonna ask you both. From this midfield, sort of pack of players that everyone's after, the Rice, Caicedo, Bellingham, all these guys, right? Enzo's in there, he's gone now. But from whoever's available in summer, who we think is gonna go as of now, who is objectively the best midfielder out of the lot?
Well, all the players that are going to go. So what the names are we saying?
Bellingham, Caicedo, Rice, De Jong. Who else can we add? We'll put Mount in there.
Nice. I don't think it's a competition, to be honest. It's definitely Jude. Jude is head and shoulders above all of them, right? He's in that category where we put him now. The Tchouaménis. Enzo was in that bracket. Now he's gone to Chelsea. There's not many. I think the tier down is the Rice, the Caicedo. But even then, there's in that little tier there's not many players, and that's the mad thing. That's why these guys are costing so much money, and there's so much like competition for them. So yeah, it's going to be Jude. I just wonder how much it's going to cost now, because if I'm Dortmund and I'm looking at the market now, and the Premier League teams they've got too much money. They got more money than sense. I'll just be saying 150 million straight. Just pay the money. Especially when they sold Haaland for what, 60 something? I can't remember how much it was released.
Yeah.
They're going to try and make that up with Bellingham 100%. So Man City, let's see. I think they might come in. Liverpool, Grizz has been telling us we know Klopp is calling Dortmund every day, trying to cash in on his Dortmund credit card. Yeah, he's trying to get that little discount if possible. But man, Real Madrid are gonna come as well. I think for
Camavinga, what's his face, Llorente, and
Tchouaméni, Valverde,
and Tchouaméni. Like, surely that's the next midfield. Like, if you put Bellingham into that, guys, that should be starting. Unless you put Camavinga left back, which you don't want to play, bring me Camavinga, because this guy, he's a game changer.
He's amazing. They're not selling him. The last few times I watched Real Madrid, he's been ridiculous. Like, he's no chance Real Madrid sell him. Like, there's no chance. So I will see where he plays more often. But Modric, Kroos, these guys are done at this point. Valverde, they're playing him right wing half the time. He needs to go in midfield. I think Bellingham comes in there and he probably just takes over about Valverde's position. Camavinga, Tchouaméni. That three there is mad. That three's a crazy midfield.
Man City being quiet as well. I mean, the only thing we can really talk about is the Cancelo.
Oh yeah, we need to touch up on that.
There's a bit of an argument in there. I rate it from Guardiola. This is the thing. This is the difference between, I feel, Klopp and Guardiola. Right? It's the classic. Klopp, he'll have faith. He'll stick by his players. Where Guardiola, if someone's just gonna, I don't know, if someone's just gonna piss him off or make the change room 2% less happy, he'll get rid of them. And like, it is there. If you want to win trophies after trophies, you need hungry guys in the changing room. And his time is just up.
From what I heard, like he started causing a bit of a stink in the change room, Cancelo, and I don't think Klopp is a manager to accept that either. If the guy is bringing good vibes, then Klopp, yes, I understand he'll never push a player out that doesn't want to leave. Guardiola would push a player out that doesn't want to leave without hesitation, and that in that sense, yeah. But someone causing issues. Remember when Saka was causing coming late quite often and annoyed Klopp? he was sent straight to the kids, bro.
But this is Liverpool country.
Yeah. That guy's jokes. Where he was messing about. LFC TV did like a YouTube video where they were like doing behind the scenes, and he was there, and there was a clip like that went a bit viral of Sacco and Klopp. And it was like Klopp was like, "Oh, if Sacco misbehaves, he's gonna." I think they went to Alcatraz or something.
Yeah.
speaking of Mr. Alcatraz at Southampton, and Klopp was like, "Oh, if you misbehave again, you're gonna get locked up here." Everyone's like, "Oh, he's joking around. It's Klopp, his Sacco, great relationship, banter, bro." A couple days later, Sacco's getting cleared out the squad. I'm like, what?
That's it,
guys, there's some breaking news, but before we do that, well, it's not really breaking news. It's like, it's kind of breaking, but let's just do these quick questions here. I would say, be honest, what's better for Prem? Everton, Villa, Leeds, Forest, West Ham, Bolton, Sunderland, Sheffield Wednesday. That's a shout. Or Bournemouth, Wolves, Wigan, Oldham, Reading, etc. Don't know. Obviously, you'd say the first one, right? Obviously, all these clubs are already in.
I think for the brand and sort of the size of it, the first one.
Yeah.
But also, it is still the Premier League. Like, you're still gonna have like.
That's what makes the Premier League, isn't it?
So many clubs in England that have good heritage.
Do you guys?
Yeah, go on.
Do you guys think? Yeah, and I think it was Todd Boehly. I think that came out with it, and I kind of agreed with him. Would you think if they did like a playoffs for relegation and
that would be
insane. Like Bundesliga? Yeah, no, it's I would actually like it. Between the championship team and the whatever team in the Premier League that's finished for like 18th or something.
Yeah.
Nuts. Yeah. that would be nuts. Let's have a look at
that. That would be box office TV, man.
Yeah, exactly. That would be something that everyone
might wake up again because someone needs to wake up that guy, right? But imagine Everton at Goodison getting relegated in the playoffs. Oh, beautiful stuff.
It's a mad way to get relegated. It's a mad way to get relegated, though.
Everton just exist to injure Liverpool players or to stop Liverpool from having a good season. That's what Everton exists. They need to go down and find themselves.
I hear this. I was saying it always favors the team already in the high league, but I don't think that's the case. I don't think that would be the case in England. I think a lot of the top 10 teams in the Championship, you could switch them for a lot of the bottom half teams in the Premier League, and they would be able to compete.
Or why not do the bottom 5? Duke it out.
Yeah.
There's so many yo-yo clubs as well. But yeah, there was just some breaking news-ish that I saw. Let me see if I can get it up here.
I'm just gonna pull up the championship table after as well.
I don't know, you guys can see that, right? Let me zoom in. They're saying Ziyech to Chelsea might not happen. To PSG might not happen now. They didn't send the documents in time. I'm hoping this is for Enzo soon as well, right? This is what we're looking, right? We're hating. We're just being haters.
Oh man.
Yeah, I got you guys hyped. You thought it was for Enzo? No.
Yeah, I read the first part and I thought, what?
Nah, it's gonna happen, isn't it? I assume like
the Premier League always, they always let it go. They always, whenever it's a last minute transfer. When we signed Arshavin, was it like that? I can't remember. So long ago. Yeah. Ozil last minute. Yeah, but that was different. It wasn't like the Chelsea one. Ozil's transfer, I remember, it was deadline day, right? But it was actually the whole day of links, the whole day of it getting done. Like there was time. This Chelsea one's insane. Like literally, like what we came on at 10 o'clock. They agreed the deal. So yeah, it's mad.
Yeah, to be fair, if Everton do get relegated, it will be like I reckon as big as Arsenal winning the league. Because Everton,
been relegated.
They've never been relegated ever.
I think Arsenal, Everton, 2 teams ever been relegated.
Yeah, Liverpool have been relegated 3 times.
They need to pop that cherry.
Not some gun. Come on, man.
They need to taste that those away days at the Den in Millwall.
Exactly.
No, the Championship is the worst league to go to. I'm sorry. Like if you go to there's no guarantee of coming out.
I can't lie. You look at the Championship, right? You look at the Burnley team. Look at Sheffield United. You look at Middlesbrough. You look at Watford, Norwich, Sunderland, Swansea, QPR, whatever. These teams, like the actual 1 to 11 is actually pretty. You can replace that 1 to 11 with. You can put their best 11 into Bournemouth's team right now, and they'll probably perform better or like as well. Like I'm looking at it now. If we look at I just love staring at this league because it's peak. Like 3rd place is on 45 points. 20th place is on 30. So there's 14 points between 3rd and 20th.
That's mad.
So Rotherham could go on a run, and in about 6 games' times, they're in the playoffs.
It's mad. It's mad. Who's in third place, by the way, up there?
Borough,
yeah. So I was reading something about Borough. I think when Carrick went in, they were like 21st or something, right? And they're all the way up now in third place. Like it's all mad. Company's got Burnley playing tiki-taka football. Like it's mad. Like Norwich, you'd think they always go down, but they always come up. It's not guaranteed that they'll maybe get into the playoffs, but it's so tight. And you look at the clubs, right? How many teams? Burnley, Sheffield United. All these are Premier League clubs. Blackburn, Watford. Like this league is not where you want to be because there's too many teams. Yeah, no, that would be mad. That would be mad, honestly. But
yeah, Burnley and Sheffield United are gonna come back up. But I'd love to see like Blackburn come up.
Luton need to come up, by the way. Luton, stadium is funny. Whenever I watch them play, I see the highlights or whatever. Yeah, it's funny.
Isn't it? Isn't one of the stands like you exit, you go up like some like next door to the stand entrance, like the gate is just like some random house. Just people.
I think they said it wasn't fit for purpose, right? If they actually come to the Premier League, so I don't know. If they come up, they're gonna have to play there. Like so, it is what it is.
Birmingham, you just look at teams: Birmingham, Sunderland, Blackburn. You think of mid-noughties Premier League, and all of a sudden you think of guys like I don't know Morton Gabs Pedersen, and you're like,
yeah. Tunkai and them lot.
Those were the days. Yeah. Anything else? Really?
Liverpool last minute? Anything? No. Okay. Sorry. Guys.
Oh, okay.
You're signing something? No.
Yeah, it's like that, yeah.
Yeah, it's like that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys. Gakpo in the number 8, man. That's what I've been hearing. Some people suggest. Get him in midfield.
Nah, you know what? I see Gakpo as a Bobby replacement. To be honest, the guy is he's calm, like to receive the ball with his back to goal, controls it well, and he's got that little bit more pace than Firmino, and he can just put the afterburners on. Like against Brighton, we saw it 2 or 3 times. Controlled the ball, faked one time, and then just started driving through players. And yeah, I hear that with people saying maybe number 8, but I don't think he'll be. I don't know. He'll be wasted a little bit in that 8. I see him like more of a versatile guy that can. Ultimately, I hope that he plays like the 4-2-3-1, and that way he can be in behind Núñez a little bit and help him out.
The 4-2-3-1's made sense for so long. I don't know if it's just me, but
he stopped after Diaz got injured, right?
It will help our midfield as well. Like, just be like closer together, right? Like you'll have Thiago, Fabinho, whoever, Henderson. I don't know, whoever's in there, they can just work more as a pair instead of it feeling so like spread out. I don't know. I'm not Klopp, but if I was, I'd be going 4-2-3-1 because his Dortmund team used to play 4-2-3-1, and they were exciting, but they were pretty good. Like teams.
There was
yo guys. This Ziyech thing is beef.
What's going on?
PSG are not happy. Let's bring my guy who runs a Eurofoot.com channel Twitter page. He said Chelsea sent the wrong documents. Right, they sent the wrong documents for the Hakim Ziyech deal 3 times. PSG will appeal this tomorrow morning in view of the attitude of the English club. So it seemed like a weird one. Maybe they didn't want to let him go. He says it was also added that Chelsea did everything possible so that Ziyech to PSG did not materialize. And listen, he's been playing quite a bit though for Chelsea, so it must make sense that maybe they wanted to keep him. If you want to keep him, don't make Blair think he's going to PSG, right?
Yeah, you know what? I think Chelsea's starting to get like a bad reputation. Like teams might just be like, Chelsea, you might get like, the dog treatment after this. But yeah, it looks like they let go of Jorginho, and they thought, you know what, like we can't register a lot of players that needs to be registered for the Champions League, and he's already registered, so let's just keep him.
That's a good point. If they let him go, they're not going to register Madueke. So exactly. They're down. Actually, that's actually a good point. But just tell Ziyech you can't go. I don't understand. Just say you're not going. Like Brighton did it. For God's sake,
to be fair, just say Ziyech, man, bro. You done well with the World Cup. You need a rest. Have 6 months off. Your stocks are still going to be up. Then you can go. Right. But that's the type of thing where if he doesn't go to Chelsea, he's going to end up at Galatasaray.
I'll be so vexed if I was Ziyech though, man. Get to play Hakimi, my boy, Messi, Mbappe, Neymar, and then man, they're telling me I've got to stay at Chelsea with all these random players that they've signed, and I can't go to PSG.
Pulisic?
Yeah, nah. If I'm Ziyech, I don't know. It's
I'd rather play with Mudryk than Messi and Mbappe, anyways.
No one wants to play with Mudryk, man. He's a 10-game ban to start.
He's going into my fantasy team, by the way. He's going straight into my team. I've backed him this month. He's going into my team. He's going to produce.
Quick, actually, you're lucky he didn't score against Chelsea because was it yesterday? When would you guys play Brighton? It wasn't yesterday. It was a couple of days ago, right?
Yeah.
Trent's getting hooked off for Milner. Like this, what? Nah, listen. There's one thing, right? Subbing him off for another right back. I'm subbing him off for 37-year-old Milner. If I'm Trent,
no, it looked like no. What it is it looked like the body language Klopp didn't like, and he's like he has to set a market here, man. We can't just let people waltz around and not perform in it. If you start letting those things go, then Klopp's time is over. So he has to show them who's boss in it. You got to do that. You got to do it. And you understand it more than anyone. You saw what Arteta been doing like to Tavares.
Bro, but that's Tavares. He's even a left back. He's playing right wing, bro. How you gonna say? This is big Trent. This is a big Trent Alexander.
No. You got look. These players, some of these players need to humble themselves, innit? They need to go back to basics and just be hungry again. And you can't fault Klopp for doing what.
What I'm gonna say is,
do you think Trent? No, listen. This is me as an outsider. I've always felt like with him and Klopp, yes, it was working, but I've always felt like he doesn't really suit Liverpool's style. If that makes sense. I've always felt like this is me. I've always felt like if he was at City, if he was at a team that really maybe play a bit slower, more possession, more shorter passes, and of course he's got crazy range of passing, whips the ball across with pace a lot of the time. I don't know, like a Barcelona. I think they got money, but it's one of those ones. I've heard him talk about those moves before. I'm watching an interview with Rio Ferdinand. He said, listen, he would be open maybe one day to like a Barcelona type deal. I'm not saying another English club. I doubt that. He's never going to move to another English club. But maybe something abroad.
No, you see from Trent, his habits you can see the midfield is his habit, and he would love to invert a lot more. Like a team that plays at the inverted fullbacks, I think he'll thrive. Like if the Ben White position right now for Arsenal, if you had a Trent in there.
Don't even.
Trent, Ben White is amazing, more defensively. He actually brings us so much more defensive stability. Obviously, you'd lose that if you played Trent, but some of the assists that I could see him getting in that sort of position.
Exactly.
See Rico Lewis right now for Man City, what he's doing. Like the little positions, it's mad. He needs to play in that sort of system.
It's what lets him thrive.
That's why I said Liverpool right now. We need to compact the midfield, and there's no better way than to start adopting that inverted fullback style. But the only thing is, it doesn't suit Robertson. That's the only problem. If Robertson started doing that, he'll be going AWOL, panicking, don't know what to do.
He's one of the few guys that still looks good, though. I'm not gonna lie.
He looks good in his role of bombing forward, but not inverted.
No, but we were inverting Trent, especially last season. He was playing inverted. What we used to have was Salah wide right and Robertson wide left, and then Trent would come into midfield.
Yeah,
which is why
at that time you had Mane dropping in as well, quite deep.
Yeah.
This is we're not having that right now. Nunes isn't dropping deep, and Firmino's hardly been playing, so it's a bit of a mismatched season, man.
The thing is, with Trent, it's a bit of Gerrard syndrome where you never want him to leave, but you're thinking, if he went to like a Real Madrid or Barcelona, he'd get the respect that he deserves, and as like genuinely like one of, if not the best in his position. Whereas like you always felt like that with Gerrard, where you're like, oh, if Gerrard did go to, like, in an alternate universe, you saw Gerrard go to Chelsea, he'd be the best midfielder in that team. If you went to Inter Milan with Mourinho, if you went to Real Madrid with Mourinho, you'd be like, damn, this guy is the best midfielder in the world. Like, you're saying that because the players he was playing with, and I'm not saying Trent's playing with bad players. Like, Gerrard played with genuine bums, like not bums, but like bad players, right? So there's sort of that in my head, but then also I'm like, nah, I never want this guy to leave.
Gerrard's different though. Gerrard could have played any team, any era. He's an all-encompassing, all-action midfielder, so he could have played in any team. With Trent, I don't feel the same way. I don't feel like he can play in every single team. He likes to play in this particular team, especially a dominant team, and he has to have a role that brings out his best qualities and negates the weaknesses that we know he has. With Gerrard, it was completely different. Gerrard literally could walk into most midfields, but with Trent, it's very different, I'd say. That's why I'm more of the opinion, like, if the Liverpool thing is still not looking good for him in terms of his form, just for his career, he might need some. And this is so premature, by the way. This is just hypotheticals, right? He might need something in the future, and then Liverpool could definitely find someone to play that position the way they want him to play that. They want that position to be played, but yeah, it's a hypothetical situation.
No, we'll probably get. Hopefully we'll get. I can't even say right now confidently with Liverpool. If we get certain midfielders, I can see his game going upwards because he likes to interchange and rotate with midfielders, and with Henderson a little bit past it, I don't think he can do that. Henderson, I read a stat the other day where when he came on for Brighton, he lost. I think he only won one duel and lost almost all the other duels.
Is this
so no, this is Henderson. So someone that can effectively, rotate with him, as in not rotate as in the position, but rotate like if he goes into midfield, someone that's capable of covering him whenever he does. Because I don't think Henderson can anymore.
Yo, how much is the deal for Enzo, by the way? Does anyone know a figure?
Pound
is 2021.
105 apparently. I heard 105 pounds.
They put here, Enzo is Chelsea going to pay in 6 installments.
Oh yeah.
Be 4 million.
So this was the
problem. 105.
This was the problem because the clause, the release clause is 105 mil, but it has to be 105 mil up.
Yeah,
they were hitting 105 mil, but they weren't triggering the release clause because they were doing it in installments. That didn't basically trigger the release clause. So that's literally why the beef has been happening, because it's taken so long because they're trying to figure out the right installments. So realistically, it was always going to get done, because if we know Boehly, he's just going to eventually budge and say, right, we'll probably pay like whatever up front, which it seems like 40 mil up front is pretty good. And then installments from there, like, I don't know what the sort of clauses are on that, what is guaranteed and what's not, but like,
I think it's 105 million guaranteed, no matter if he becomes rubbish or not. And then there's what is it, add-ons that can take it far beyond for them to agree to let him go at the last second.
Man, this whole process, trust the process, is Potter. Can't be saying this stuff anymore. Breaking news, by the way, guys. Again, we're still here. Things are happening. Let me get this up as well. In 1 second, breaking news. And this is an interesting player. Can you guys see this? Kamaldeen Suleimana is going to Southampton. Rennes will receive almost 25 million euros. The thing is, right, he's a big talent. He's a big name in terms of talent, right? But I've watched him a few times. I remember one game, he didn't score for ages for Rennes. He scored one goal when I watched him.
Is he a striker?
Winger, left wing, right wing, quick player. I'm really interested to see how he does in the Premier League, because
is he left-footed, right-footed?
I'm pretty sure he's right-footed. But I'll just double check. But yeah, he's right-footed. I'm pretty sure. But it's one of those ones. Like from what I've seen of him, like his hype is more than what he's showing so far, right? So yeah, we have to see. Southampton's a good club. It's a good club to be at, man, and develop yourself.
That's another guy that potentially can be raided, bro. Add him.
Southampton Academy. That's what you're on.
Southampton, get out the Premier League.
Like, that's where our success came from, right? Raiding Southampton.
No, it didn't.
Raiding them.
Lallana,
Mane,
Ricky Lambert.
Mane.
Don't forget Lambert, man.
Van Dijk,
Nathaniel
Lovren, Klein.
My God, you guys finished that club. You know, imagine this. Imagine Southampton were in 2023 and they were basically Brighton. How much money you'd have to spend?
Has anyone ever seen that Southampton super team if they kept all their talent? Where they've got
Wanyama, Schneiderlin, like it would have been.
Their front three is like Mane,
Prime J Rodriguez. It's all mad. Gareth Bale. If we're going like that, then yeah. Getting Alan Shearer in there as well. Matlis is ballers, man. Header ballers at that club.
But yeah, should we wrap up there?
Yeah, soon. Yeah, we might as well, I guess.
Yeah. Anything else?
Yeah, I'll just keep looking till we end. What quickly before we go? Do you want to rate people's transfer markets quickly? Just
let's do that.
Liverpool's. Let's just start there.
Liverpool's probably like 4 out of 10. I can't like if we didn't sign Gakpo, it'd be like 0. We still spent 40 million. It just was on Gakpo. Hopefully, I'd say 4 out of 10. 4 out of 10. 3. I'm mad. 3. Arsenal.
I'd put it as a 5. Yeah, for me. Like we done what we done. Listen, for me, like 5 means like we've done the bare minimum.
Average.
The bare minimum was fill up the bench, bring in squad players. We've done that, but we've not signed a player that moves the needle. Like we've not signed a Caicedo who would have changed the dynamics of the midfield. We haven't signed someone of that ilk, right? So, but what we've done is okay in the sense that we're fighting for Premier League, still in the Europa League. We filled up the bench. But that is literally the bare minimum I would have asked for this window. If you can't do anything, just find me bench players. Kyrgios's got some potential, but Trossard and Jorginho are proven players in Premier League.
It's one of those where you don't really know. Like the Arsenal window could be like a 3 out of 10, or it could actually be an 8 out of 10 because Jorginho and Trossard and what's his name, Kyrgios, all right.
If they all bang, that's the thing. If they all bang, then all of a sudden we look back in a few months like, yo, these guys, Trossard, he scored this goal in this X game that really helped us do this. Jorginho, when he came in, he helped us lock down this game, control the ball really well. Kvyat, jury's out on him in the sense that we don't know how he's going to adjust to the Premier League straight away. He's the only one where it's still a question mark. But the other two, the Premier League, we know exactly what to expect from Jorginho, exactly what to expect from Trossard. But yeah, I don't know. Jesse here saying 7 out of 10 for Arsenal, bro. We started the window top of league. We added Trossard, Jorginho, and Q. Yeah, that's the way I look at it as well. Like we added a squad to the team, 100%. We've got a squad now. If everyone's fit, the bench looks great. There's no kids on the bench, right, who just there to fill in the numbers. But I don't know. For me, that was bare minimum. Like we had even Edu. Even Edu could do that. That's what I'm trying to say. Even if Edu could do it, that means anyone could.
Why you hate on Edu so much?
That's how I'm looking at it.
Chelsea probably like another one where it could be like a 10 or it could be like a 4.
It's so weird. I was speaking to my Chelsea friends where I was like, listen, if you sign Enzo, this window has been class, right? It's been a class 10 out of 10 basically window. But if you don't sign Enzo, all of a sudden this window is looking fugazi. It's looking weird. But we're assuming now the Enzo deal is done. All the papers are going to be signed in time. Yeah. So for me, now it's like a 9 out of 10 window. What more? They've signed a right back for the future. They signed a centre back. They signed Enzo. They got Felix on loan. Cool. Red card. You understand? If they keep him, fantastic. But if they don't, he's still someone for the next few months. Mudryk, getting him last minute. Right, it looks like he's going to Arsenal. That's a mad thing, like doing that. So who else did they sign? Madueke. Madueke is one of them. Has spent a lot of money on him to be honest. For someone with his injury record.
Badishil, is it?
Yeah, Badishil as well. Yeah, he was very good. So listen, it has to be a 9 out of 10 or even a 10 out of 10. What? Who's ever done this in January? Like this is insane. You know what? I'm just gonna give him a 10 just because I've never seen something like this in my life. So, honestly,
you want to transfer no man.
And the hijacking as well, to like add spice to it. How many times did you hijack someone?
They tried this in the January in the summer window. They tried to hijack Jesus. They tried to hijack Richarlison, right? They learned how to do it now, maybe with Mudryk. But who else there's no one else they really hijacked.
Do you remember
Mudryk
when
was the only one that you say
when Southampton signed Lavia and then Chelsea went and bidded for him like a few weeks later?
He was learning about transfers that window, I think.
He was learning about transfers. Bless him, man. He's a quick learner.
Very quick. He found loopholes like in two weeks. Yeah,
no, he's also going to learn that you can't have a squad of 30 players like you can do in US sports and just let it work. Because guys, all they're doing is punting the ball and then having a break for the next 30 minutes. These guys want to play, right? They want to play sport. So the one thing about Chelsea, they've got a lot to get rid of, and they got a lot of people on a lot of big wages. So
you guys seeing this, yeah? They'll currently listen. I'm telling you now, don't beef the PSG lawyers. That's all I have to say. This is the beginning of the end for Chelsea. You start beefing PSG, don't anger Man City as well. Don't anger these oil clubs, right? And I'm telling you now, Florentino Perez, he's probably fuming that Enzo has gone to Chelsea, right? There's going to be a lot of clubs. Even I think there was a report saying the Premier League clubs like Chelsea are putting their nose in everything. Like you're going to start ruffling feathers 100% when you start spending money like this and doing things in the way they've been doing. So let's see. I think the next 6 months are going to be key. UEFA changing laws, FFP, whatever. I think the next few months are going to be crazy. Let's just see what happens.
Yeah, man. No, anything else?
That's it. All I'll end with is that the Premier League is starting to be the envy of Europe, bro. And these big clubs are not liking it. The amount of money that was spent by the Premier League clubs is absolutely ridiculous. And
come on, Serie A, come on, La Liga, come get your boys, come get your players, come.
Exactly. Serie A is looking like.
I said we got the bread, bro. You ain't got the bread. The bread.
And I can only see it growing, bro.
We got oil, we got everything you want. Come try.
It's not good. Listen, we say this, right? Honestly, we say this, right? But for me, it's just for some of the big clubs, it makes life a lot harder. Like the Arsenals, the Man Uniteds, the Liverpools. Like when you go to, honestly, you go to a team like Brighton, you give them 70M, they can say no. This is when, for me,
that's good. That's good.
Some people say it's good. But at the same time, it shows the disparity of the Premier League itself. Like from top to bottom, the whole league has money. Like it's not like no one's desperate for money in this league anymore. Right? It's before like. Yeah, your Man United could go to Leeds and just slap money for Rio Ferdinand and take it, right? Now, they can't. You can't. Man United can't go tomorrow and say, "I want Tyler Adams." They'll probably say 100 million. Pay the money or leave.
Exactly. That shows like look, Bayern Munich has absolutely cannibalized their league. Whenever, for example, what's his name, Neuer, got a long-term injury, broke. I don't know, his arm or leg or something. And what do? Sommer, come. Like, look at that! Like that would never happen right now. Imagine
the fee as well was so little.
Oh my days, bro!
The only other deal that's comparable, again, I'm gonna bring him up. Edu Gasper, you criminal man, sold Leno for like £2 million and a pack of Walker's crisps. I'm pretty sure.
You know what? One thing is Arsenal. Yeah, they sell poorly for some reason. They sell very poorly.
Yeah, no, we don't sell players. Our record for selling players, right? I think our highest player ever sold is Mark Overmars back in 2001, 40 million. I don't think anyone's broken that since. Maybe Iwobi came close. Iwobi came close when he went to Everton. But apart from that, listen, I'm telling you, our highest sale was in 2001.
40 million.
Yeah, that's our record sale. We don't sell players properly, we don't sell players. Full stop.
Because
we just
you watch
just kick them out.
Did you watch the documentary with Arsenal and that whole fiasco with what's his name?
Aubameyang,
yeah. And they were like sitting there like, let's just let him go for free.
And Barca made like 20M, I'm pretty sure.
And they made exactly, like literally turned it around and made money off him.
I'm telling you, this club's not. The only time we ever sold players is when we got forced to with the Emirates Stadium debt, and then the likes of all them players went to Man City, the Fabregases, the Van Persies. Like when we had no money and Gazidis is just balancing the books, that's when they sold players. But even then, they're not selling them for anything. Like obviously the market was completely different then. But yeah. And then obviously when you start getting money now, like we just started letting people go on free transfers, swap deals,
exactly,
terminations of contracts. And Edu's not better, right? He ain't learned from that. But I don't know. Listen, as long as we spend money, I don't care who we sell, how you let them go. But Chelsea, for example, they're going to sell so many players now. We're going to see the Gallaghers, maybe the Mason Mounts,
Historically, Chelsea have sold well. Like when we couldn't even understand it. Remember when they sold Luiz and then bought him back for cheaper? It's weird.
Yeah.
Also got one of the biggest like loan sort of systems going where I don't know, they've got like 20-30 players on loan, or they've got the amount of people the higher ups have to look after and just think about at Chelsea. I'm sure there's one guy who everyone's just forgotten about. He's just chilling there on his wage. He doesn't even rock up to training, right? He's chilling there. He's rocking. He's just rocking in his chair.
Who was that? Who was that player that they had that would just fly into London for training every day and just go back to Holland and never used to play for Chelsea? He was just one of the academy guys.
Is it Piazza?
I can't remember his name.
Lucas Piazza. There's so many. There's even I think DW Sport German out there. They did one on one guy who was out on loan for like 8 years, just at Chelsea, just hostage. Like, it's just mad. But anyway, yeah,
2031.
Yeah, 20. Listen, this is the loophole. UEFA, wake up. UEFA, wake up. That's all I have to say. This is unacceptable, right? Like you could sign a player and just put him on a stupid contract just to try and avert FFP. But okay, they've done it. But fair play to them again. They signed Enzo Fernandez. Everything's signed. Medicals are done. 6 installments to be paid, about 40 million up front, and they did it. So yeah, here we go. Chelsea have got their man. Well done to Todd Boehly for giving us some entertainment this January. And not Thomas Tuchel, Graham Potter. You got to make it work, mate. You got to make it work. If you don't work,
Right. Can I quickly just say, FSG, listen, you can't compete with this, bro. Just pack up your bags and go away. You can't compete with this. It's time to,
But who can? Like only Newcastle, Man City really can compete.
Exactly.
No one else can.
Hey, that's it, isn't it? Like you lot are gonna be with us soon, isn't it? After your players.
There's only so much oil, man. There's only so much oil. You know what it is? Honestly, I'll be real. Like Arsenal, it's only because we're Arsenal, we can have a good academy and bring players through. If we didn't have the Sackers and all of these sort of players, it'll make our job so much harder. Clearly, we can't do big deals. So it's one of those ones where it's like, yeah, long day for us. But Liverpool, I don't know. Bayetic, he looks okay. Elliott is doing his thing. Plucked from Fulham. Carvalho, we don't know where he is. It's one of those ones. Not many youngsters. But yeah, you got to at least have something in it. I know I've got a production line, but you guys, I don't know.
I rate the youngsters you just mentioned, but you're just really...
Bro, I've got a factory of young players, bro. But you guys, I don't know.
Results.
Man City, because they've got money, they're creating their little factory as well.
Nah, they've got a
factory.
factory.
Young players,
yeah. City's got a factory. Like, especially in up in North, they are absolutely pinching a load of players.
Could you imagine, bro? They bid for like 13-year-old kids.
Yeah, exactly. And you know what they do?
Is that not illegal, bro?
No, what they do is the way they get around it is, and I've got like inside knowledge to this, because I've seen what they've done to certain people close to me. What they do is they hire a family member as a scout, so that's how they pay them. But they never do any scouting, innit? They never do any scouting, and that's what convinces the parent to allow their child to go to Man City.
Isn't that what we're doing with Bellingham's dad?
Yeah, exactly. Liverpool finally clocked on. It's like, all right, we need to.
But Bellingham's dad's different. He's an agent still of Jude Bellingham. So like, it's still a different situation completely.
Exactly.
These guys are going to random families like your kid looks all right at football. I'll take him for 500k. Like it's all. Listen,
if anyone knows Star Wars, yeah, it's like what happens. The Jedi they pick them from like the age of 2 or 3, just around the galaxy. They just take them, they snatch them away from their families, and they train them. That's how it is.
That's insane. Yeah. It is basically like Spartan, man. 7 years old, get chucked into the wilderness. And if you survive, you survive. If you die, you die. It is what it is. It's a cold world. That's how these guys are moving.
It is, man. It's heartbreaking as well for some of the kids when they let go afterwards. Yeah, you're not good enough. Next.
Yeah. Listen, I've been trying to. There's some documentaries that have come out on like academies, and to be honest, right, I just watched for like a few minutes. But I'm like, nah, this is a bit of a tough watch because the way the parents are into it and the way the kids are like forced into like, oh no, they want to be footballers, right? It's their dream, but you just know like 9 out of 10 of you just not making it, and it's just like you can see how the pressure. Yeah,
that's the problem with the parents. You know, the parents is because I'm a parent, so I've got a kid that's like he's promising at the moment, right? But I've always tell him, listen,
Project Martin,
you're probably not gonna make it. Make sure you have like a backup plan in it, like so that way he doesn't fully focus his whole heart into that, and then he loses all meaning as soon as he doesn't make it.
Yeah, and you've seen so many people, even I know, like ballers when they're young, couple injuries.
Exactly.
Like 14, 15, you get injuries, your pro's about to come up probably at 16, it's gone. Right? Exactly. So like, listen, football's tough, and that's why these few guys who do make it, the Enzo Fernandez and all of these Jude Bellinghams, that's why they cost so much money, because they're few and far between. And I don't know, the Premier League, Super League, whatever we want to call it at this point. But I don't know if it's good for football long term. Like, I don't know. It's just all a bit of a mad one. But that's all I've got to say for
today.
Is that true? Much else.
Is that true? Boehly only owns 10% of Chelsea.
Yeah, man. They've got loads of. They've got investors, man. I think it's an Iranian guy who's doing the deal as well. He owns, I think, quite a bit. They've got loads of investors. I think Clear Lake itself, right? It's like a pool of people.
So how did they like decide on a direction if there's so many heads?
Boehly's the guy they gave power, right? So Boehly's the one running the operation. That's what he's the front man. He's a face. He's got money, 100%, but he's got the experience with the Dodgers, I believe, in America, and that's why he's been able to be the man leading the charge for Chelsea. But so there are owners in the consortium richer than Boehly. This is why they've obviously got a lot of money from them, but obviously with the debt being cleared from Abramovich as well helps again.
Is any of them like Saudi owners or Saudi investors?
That's the thing. There was talk saying like, was it Clear Lake or something had some Saudi funds or whatever, but it's one of those ones. It's too murky to look into. Yeah. It's too murky. The real truth is that they had that debt taken off the club. Yeah. They can spend this money, but they've also found a way to bypass the FFP. So all these things have come together, and that's why it's now or never for them. And they did it. They pulled it off. They signed all these players. They've had transfer bans before with Roman, right? They'll take another one. If they get banned for 2 transfer windows, it doesn't mean anything now.
Doesn't matter.
They signed all these players.
Yeah, they're good. They're good. They're good for the next 5. But,
they should.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll wrap up there because a good transfer window, but well, from a neutral perspective, like we said, well done to Chelsea. You won the transfer window. Thank you, Todd Boehly, for making January a happy month. An entertaining month, not a happy month, but entertaining month, right? All the way to the end. Chelsea, it's just hit midnight. They've secured Enzo Fernandez, Mr. World Cup winner. Take care, chat. We'll see you soon.